Applying for a driving licence can be confusing at the best of times, and when you have diabetes, it can be slightly trickier. Essentially, you need to tell the DVLA about your diabetes depending on how it's treated and the licence that you want or are applying for. If you don't tell the DVLA about your diabetes or any other medical condition that can affect your driving when you should, you can be fined up to £1,000 and could even be prosecuted if you're involved in an accident as a result. This video is a guide on how to complete Form D1, Application for a Driving Licence. All additional forms or questionnaires that you may need to complete are detailed in further video guides that you can see at the end of this video. If you're applying for a car or motorcycle licence, you only need to tell the DVLA about your diabetes if your diabetes is treated with insulin. If you're applying for a car or motorcycle licence, you don't need to tell the DVLA about your diabetes if your diabetes is treated with sulfonylureas and/or glycine tablets. Your diabetes is treated with any other tablets or non-insulin injections. Your diabetes is treated by diet. If you're applying for a bus, coach or lorry licence, you need to tell the DVLA about your diabetes if your diabetes is treated with insulin. You will need to complete a VDIAB1I form and send it to the DVLA. If you're applying for a bus, coach or lorry licence, the only instance in which you do not need to tell the DVLA about your diabetes is if your diabetes is treated by diet only. You can find all of the additional forms that you might need on the government's website for diabetes and driving. Visit www.gov.uk/diabetes-driving to read more and download any additional forms. The form you need to complete if you're applying for a new driving licence or just updating your existing licence is called the Application for Driving Licence form, or D1. First, select what you're applying for and mark all boxes that apply. If you're renewing your licence as a result of moving on to insulin or due to eyesight or other medical condition, put an X in the For Medical Reasons box. Continue to Section 2, titled Your Details. Once you've completed Section 2, move on to Section 3, which is about your eyesight. You must be able to read a car number plate from 20 metres by law, with or without glasses. Put an X in the appropriate boxes. Section 4 is titled Your Health, and is the part of the form you specify any medical conditions that can affect your driving. Put an X in the appropriate boxes for any medical conditions that you may have. Remember, you only tick the diabetes controlled by insulin box if your diabetes is treated by insulin. Be aware that if you're applying for a car or motorcycle licence, you do not need to tell the DVLA if you have retinopathy in one eye. However, if you have retinopathy in both eyes, you need to complete the form V1. This form is also used for reporting other medical conditions such as cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, retinal treatment, and other related conditions. Section A in the notes explains the legalities and processes that may occur if you have declared a medical condition. Be aware that you may be required to complete additional medical questionnaires if you declared a medical condition. You may wish to download and complete these forms alongside your driving licence application by visiting www.gov.uk/health-conditions-and-driving and downloading the appropriate questionnaires. If diabetes is the only medical condition that you're declaring, the questionnaire you're required to complete will only be one of the additional forms that we discussed earlier in the video. Finally, once you've completed Section 4, fill out Section 5, which is your proof of identity, and then Section 6 if necessary. Once you have done that, date and sign your declaration on Section 7, add a photo if required, then check Section G in the notes to see where you need to send your driving licence form to. This section also tells you any fees that need to be paid. Once you have the appropriate payment and address, double check your form. Make sure you've completed any additional questionnaires if required, and then pop them all in the envelope to the DVLA. Your driving licence should arrive within 3 to 4 weeks, but may take longer. If you would like assistance with any of the diabetes-related questionnaires, watch our other Driving with Diabetes videos to see how to complete them.